This is the Airborne Podcast. I'm your host, Ajit, and this is kind of a random video, but just a few hours ago, they made some changes to the All-Star Game based on all the recent happenings of the tragedy with Kobe Bryant, and I just wanted to dive into these new changes, and tell you guys about what there is, let you guys know if you haven't seen it already. But for the All-Star Game, it says that both NBA All-Star Game teams will play for Chicago-based community organizations as selected by team captains Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James. The teams will compete to win each of the first three quarters, all of which will start with the score of 0-0 and will be 12 minutes long. Okay, so it's saying that they're going to reset the quarters after every quarter. So the score goes back to 0 after the first quarter is done, goes back to 0 after the second quarter is done, and goes back to 0-0 after the third quarter is done. Okay, I don't see why you'd have to do that because everyone keeps track of the score. So instead of resetting the score, you could just see who got the most points in the quarter. But if they want to do this, they can do whatever they want. It's their league, their All-Star Game. But yeah, at the start of the fourth quarter, the game clock will be turned off and a final target score will be set. The final target score will be determined by taking the leading team's total cumulative score through three quarters and adding 24 points, the 24 representing the late Kobe Bryant's uniform number. Okay, so there's a tribute to Kobe Bryant. So what they're saying here is they're taking off the game clock for the fourth quarter, and they're just letting them go at it mano a mano, and whoever has the highest score, they add 24 points to it. Is that what they're saying? At the start of the fourth quarter, the game clock will be turned off, and a final target score will be set. The final target score will be determined by taking the leading team's total cumulative score through three quarters and adding 24 points. The 24 representing the late Kobe Bryant's uniform number. Okay. Once the final target score is set, the teams will play an untimed fourth quarter, and the first team to reach the final target score will win the NBA All-Star Game. Okay, wait, did they not just say after the fourth quarter? Oh, okay. So score through three quarters and add 24 points to it. Okay, so once the final target score is set, the teams will play an untimed fourth quarter, and the first team to reach the final target score will win the NBA All-Star Game. For example, if the score of the first three quarters is 100-95, the final target score would be set at 124 to win the NBA All-Star Game. The team with the 100 points would need to score 24 points in the fourth quarter before the team with 95 points scores 29 points, and vice versa. Oh, okay. Okay, I get that now, I think. So if the score is 100-95, they're adding 24 points to the higher score. What? Okay, I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. If the score of the first three quarters is 100-95, the final target score would be set at 124 points. To win the NBA All-Star Game, the team with 100 points would need to score 24 points in the All-Star Game, in the fourth quarter, before the team with 95 points scores 29. Yeah, so okay. So the team with 100 points needs to score 24 points if the score that's set is 124 in the fourth quarter, before the team with 95 points scores 29 points, and vice versa. Okay, if you guys get that, let me know in the comment section, because I don't even know what they're trying to say right now. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it, if that makes sense. Like, they're literally... I think there would have been an easier way to explain this, but whoever decided to explain this clearly was cross-eyed or something. I'm going to read that for you one more time. For example, if the score of the first 3 quarters is 100 to 95, the final target score would be set at 124 points. To win the NBA All-Star Game, the team with 100 points would need to score 24 points in the fourth quarter before the team with 95 points scores 29 points, and vice versa. So I get that. So if the point that you have to, if the score total that you have to get to is 124, if the score was 100 to 95, the team with less points obviously has to score more in order to win the game. I get that part, but we're gonna have to wait and see when the All-Star Game comes. But the community organization selected by the winner of each of the first 3 quarters will receive $100,000, a total of $300,000 donated to charity for those 3 quarters. Okay, that's an amazing cause. Kudos to the All-Star Game. Kudos to the NBA for doing that. The winner of each of the first 3 quarters will be the team with the higher score at the end of the 12-minute quarter. So the winner of each of the first 3 quarters will be the team with the highest score at the end of the 12-minute quarter. The winning team in the NBA All-Star Game, example, the team that reaches the final target score first, will earn $200,000 for its designated community organization. So that's a total of $500,000 going to charity for the winner of the All-Star Game. Whether it's quarter by quarter or, if it's just the whole game in general, in total. So say if the Western Conference, or not even Western Conference, what am I saying? If Team LeBron leads from start to finish, they get the $500,000 to the charity of their choice in the Chicago community. And if Giannis's team leads from start to finish, they get the $500K. Or, if they each split a couple quarters here and there, one team will get $200K, the other team might get $300K after the end of the game. But if you guys understand it, I hope you did. I kind of did. If you didn't, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're able to explain to me what the hell that last paragraph was, I mean, they were speaking straight Swahili. Because I know for a fact that there's a better way to explain it. And I let me know if I'm the only one that's confused, because I usually get things pretty easily. And this right here, I think the way they explained it was a pretty bad example. But yeah, I just thought I'd get on this quick. They released this an hour or 2 ago, and I just wanted to check up on what the changes were. I thought there were going to be some crazy, drastic changes to the other days. Thankfully not. I don't want to see too many changes in the All-Star Game. They've been talking about it for years, about getting rid of the dunk contest and changing it to something else, because the dunk contest hasn't been the best highlight in years. The last one that happened in Toronto was probably the best dunk contest that's happened in years, in decades, since maybe when I think the Zach LaVine Aaron Gordon dunk contest that happened in Toronto in 2016 was the best dunk contest since Vince Carter's in 2000 If you guys disagree, let me know in the comment section. I can't remember any in between. I know there was a few amazing dunkers like Jason Richardson, Desmond Mason. Those guys, killed it. And J.R. Smith had a nice dunk in one of those contests in, I think, 2005 in New Orleans. But I'm talking about a straight up mano a mano competition. You're in this, I'm in this. Let's do this one-on-one. Let's see who the best dunker on the block is. And they also want to add like a horse challenge into this, which they had, I think, with Kevin Durant for a year, but they pretended like that never happened. I just don't want to see too many changes, and I understand why this is happening, because it is Kobe Bryant. And I'm fine with it, to be honest. I'm glad they're doing something for him, and the fact that this just happened literally with the All-Star Game right around the corner. They got to make these changes quick, and the NBA is doing an amazing job, and they have. But we'll see how it pans out when the day and the weekend comes, when the All-Star weekend comes around the corner. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, Show your boy that love. And we'll be back tonight with the post-game podcast for the Cleveland-Toronto Raptors game. Till then, stay blessed, stay woke, and stay safe. Peace!